Hello and welcome to Rank Class. Today I'm going to talk about a topic that's an adult-themed topic, uh, but also a bit of a teenager topic because they do it as well. And the topic today is about nudes, both sending them and receiving them, because I can see um, how this is being used against people who did it out of love and care and how some people actually getting forced into do it. So I'm gonna talk a bit about it today. And nudes are something that you should only send if you completely trust a person and love that person. It shouldn't be something that you just do out of thin air because you never knew if the person you sent it to would actually misuse that photo you sent to the person. So there's also that kind of risk reward thing going on. And I would say getting a nude could be amazing if it's from a person you love and care about, and it will feel you cherished and loved. But there's also the other side where that person considers someone and then it get used against them. And there's been a lot of different cases around the world actually about this, about teachers getting fired because their nudes got leaked on the internet, and then the parents and the school found out about it. So the teachers got fired because they couldn't teach the kids while the kids could actually watch them nude. Um, there's been cases where entire communities have been formed on social media where if you gave them nudes, you got access to other nudes, all taken without consent from the people who actually were on the pictures. A lot of court cases have gone around all around the world about that. And then there is revenge nudes where people use the nudes that you sent them while you were a couple, while you were in love, to actually blackmail you or to hurt you or to get revenge on you in some form. And it's insane because, as I said in the start, a nude should be sent out of love and care. And if a person take that thing you sent with love and use it in that way, oh my God, that person is a douchebag. I'm sorry to say it, but anyone who shares stuff like this without the person's consent is a douchebag. And I know a lot of adult sites would go down if people didn't do this, but I'd rather live in a world where I knew that the person who is naked on a picture actually consented to it being shared than in a world where you look at a picture and go like, I wonder if this person know that that person is on the internet right now and that millions of people are looking at them nude. And it is weird the way it works because there were some years ago a giant leak of celebrity nudes called The Fappening, and it leaked tons of pictures and even some videos. And when they got leaked, they were everywhere, all the adult sites everywhere. And they hurt the people who were on the pictures. People like withdrew themselves into isolation because they feared what they posted, what they had could actually be used against them to hurt them, to maim them in some way. Uh, some people got fired. Some people could not be looked at it the same way again. And it's horrifying that someone did this. One person did this and got jail time, as I remember. And it's insane how that one person have helped destroy a lot of lives, um, harming their mental well-being because the fear of you being out there, that people have seen you nude, is something that most of us actually live with every day when we have pictures of that sort out there. And it's just so stupid that some people actually take this and misuse it because in the end, it will only lead to people not daring sending them anymore because they would fear what would happen to it. And that would be, maybe some will say, a good place to be, because then this shit won't happen anymore. But it is still, if it's something that is sent with love and care, and we are not the first generation to do this. The former generations have done it as well. Even before phones, you could still get taken pictures of you, and then you just had those pictures, some hidden away somewhere, so other people don't find them. But they are still found today, and it's crazy when you go through maybe someone who is died's belongings, and you find stuff like that, because it sheds an entire new light on them. And it is something that I know a lot of people who actually done it who regret it today, because they are now online and people can find them, and they are worried about what their kids will think if they one day stumble on a picture of them nude. And I understand that fear. I completely do, because it must be something that you might not have been thinking about when you actually made that picture. Because when you do it, uh, like let's say a celebrity does it as a young adult, um, and then the pictures come back to haunt them when they get famous. That happens a lot of time. Like Vanessa Williams, a singer, actress, and she actually became um, Miss America, and she had to withdraw from that position because some years prior she had been paid for taking some pictures of herself without clothes on, and they surfaced because all of a sudden she was a household name, and the people who have taken them and who paid her for those photos were like, well, they will sell now. We can sell them to big magazines and stuff. So she had to step down because that was something that was frowned upon by the committee. And she did it because she was a broke model who was up and coming, who just wanted to get paid. And it's insane that something that happens like that can affect the rest of your life, and sometimes you don't think about it. So I hope that by stating this out loud, that some people might listen to it and go like, well, I actually wanted to send my girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, some nudes of me, but we've only been dating for like 2 weeks. Maybe I shouldn't, stuff like that, and make you think about long term. Because if it is a person that you love and care for, and you really do believe that you will be together with for the rest of your life, and you trust them with your life, then you can be like, yeah, I can do that. But think about it before you do it. Think about what can happen when you do it. Think about uh, where you're sending and how you're sending it, because some places you might send it, and as soon as you send it, well, then the app that you used actually have a copy of your picture. Or some of your apps on your phone have access to your pictures on the phone, and they make backups of your pictures every day without you knowing it, and something like that. And remember to cherish if you get a nude. Remember that is something special, that is a show of love and commitment, and not like treated like it is today, where nudes is something that seems so normal that it's just like, oh, I just got another nude thing. And it's not. It should be cherished. It should be cared for and loved for. So I do hope that this talk has made you or realize that you might want to rethink what you're doing and think a bit ahead. And if you know people that you believe is doing this and they're doing it to the wrong person, well, talk to them. Talk to them about it, because that's the way you make people think about stuff, is to talk about stuff. Uh, and it can just be something like, well, Do you trust this guy? Are you sure you want to send this person nudes of yourself, something like that? Um, and the reason I know this is something we need to talk about is because I can see how some pages actually live out of this, and some people actually like there's people who are making money like from OnlyFans, where that is what they do. People pay you, you get nudes. There's sugar dating, where people pay you, they send you nudes. But as soon as it's sent, you don't know what the people you send it to would do with it. So do everything with care and really rethink what you're doing if you're not completely 100% sure what you're doing, because it might end up coming back to haunt you someday. So take this advice, rethink, think forward, and really only do it if it feels right for you. Don't let yourself get forced into anything. So this has been Rad Class, and I hope you have a pleasant day. Bye.